Feel yourself about Wembley again?
Yeah, some people don't get to go to Wembley once in their life. We're going twice in 2 years. Obviously last year was the first time for a while, and for this current regime at the club, the first time. This year we're doing it again, and I think it's very different this time, I'd have to say, from what I've seen, which is to be expected. So we're very lucky to go to Wembley again, fourth time in the club's history, so it's great to make another milestone in our history like that.
It was certainly a different experience for you looking back to last season with Grimsby Town. You were really on board in terms of media and liaising with the management. Yeah,
very on board, of course. Obviously Scott Bartlett got the caretaker job, and straight away I think he asked people like myself and James Mooney if we'd help out straight away, and we went in, and I think I've said before, it was most incredible 2 weeks of my life, really ridiculous hours, but it was all completely worth it because it was an unbelievable experience. Of course, again, excuses, the injuries were very bad, and I think that probably limited us a little bit when it actually came to the final. But of course this year we're much fitter, we've got a huge selection of players for the manager to pick from, which is massively beneficial compared to last year where we were a bit restricted. But it was an unbelievable experience. I'm always thankful to Scott for giving me that experience, and fingers crossed we can go one step better on Sunday's game.
Yeah, saying fingers crossed, are you confident that the team can get over the line?
I think, yeah, that having the more healthier bodies available is good. I enjoyed watching us beat Tranmere a few weeks ago, which was a really good result that day, although in many ways I felt like Tranmere were dominating. We defended unbelievably well, which just goes to show, as we did in the second leg and the first leg at Dagenham, that we are a very good defensive unit when everyone's on song. And also I think this year our attack is very good as well, so having that balance is a nice thing. So Sunday is a massive opportunity for everyone at this place.
Yeah. Forest Green took 4 points off Tranmere in the regular season. Does that type of stat go out the window on a one-off game at Wembley? Probably,
yeah. I think the first 10-15 minutes, as with perhaps the playoff semi-finals and with any big game, is going to be a little bit nervy, and it's just a case of settling down. The good thing is with the way we play is once we do settle down, I think you'll see a team that does try and influence the game quite a bit. So that's a very exciting thing for us, and fingers crossed we can get the job done.
And Forest Green seem to have found a bit of form going through the playoffs as well. Outstanding last Sunday. The man's name above your head was very pivotal in that performance, wasn't he?
Yeah, Keanu obviously should be playing at a high level, and this is a big opportunity for him to showcase his talents again and to perhaps get us to a high level himself. But we've got a lot of players who can contribute, which is a big thing. But obviously that man behind me, KMB, his contribution in the semi-finals last season and in the semi-finals this season has been immense. And you need players like that to almost take the pressure off other players by producing those moments that are just magical moments and make a real difference.
Yeah. Talking about off the pitch, it's been a busy time for everyone connected with Forest Green off the pitch, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. There's obviously a lot to organise. Some things nicer things than others. Some things are probably a bit more gruelling. But no, it's always going to be busy, isn't it, around Wembley time. But what would you rather be doing? Would you rather have your feet up at home already, having had a week off, probably already bored? Like, me, Ash, I'd have already gone and watched about 3 or 4 games, or would you rather be looking forward to having an extended season and going to one of the best stadiums in the history of football? So let's take the latter one all day long.
Yeah. What will be your role on Wembley Day on Sunday?
Yeah, I've got a bit of a different role to the traditional match day role that I normally have during the season. I'm just doing the announcing for the team before kick-off. Very lucky to go on the big screen at Wembley, see my big face on there, my high-pitched voice. And so it's again a great opportunity to do that. So I'm very thankful again to have been put forward by the club. So announce the teams. Hopefully we'll have lots of Forest Green fans there to cheer when I do that. And hopefully make as much noise overall on the actual day.
Yeah. You do wear a lot of hats at Forest Green, and I think one of the words that rings in my ears a lot on match day is "Where's Joycie?" And it's not a case of Joyce is hiding in the room having a sleep. He's busy doing lots of different things.
Yeah, I'm very lucky in this job that some football clubs, maybe a bit higher up or even in our league, people just focus on one thing. That's just their only thing. Whereas here at Forest Green, we don't have a huge amount of people, so you have to literally do 5 or 6 different things. So even if that's locking up the stadium after games, doing the media, doing stuff with the team, if in the past when they needed that from me, then that was no trouble at all. So I'm lucky to have had all those experiences, but that's just the way it is for a club like Forest Green and the small size of it.
Yeah. Finally, what would it mean to you to see Forest Green go into the Football League?
Yeah, so I think you start back of the season in June, July. The football season goes ridiculously quickly, but when you think about it, all those journeys we do, up and down the country, all the different places you go to, you suddenly have to realise why you have to take things like Wembley and grab it with both hands and completely appreciate what it is, because not everyone gets to do that, but that's our reward for doing well this season. So it would mean a massive amount. I've been lucky, I've watched every conference year. My dad started taking me when I was 5-6 years old, which was Frank Regan after he got him into the conference from the 7 League. That was my first season. Was able to go to Wembley, of course, 99, the trophy final. So I've been able to see every season, and gradually I've gone from a fan to a volunteer to a full-time employee to some other stuff I've done this season. So I've been lucky, and to see us win at Wembley would be unbelievable. And you know, people do say, oh, the National League's very similar to League Two, which I think maybe it is in many ways, the style of football and things, but really I think when you get into League Two, you think the standard of opposition, the size of the clubs, you know, compared to what the standard game in the National League, it is a huge difference, a massive difference, and every week would be a massive game. So that's the prospect you have, that's the prize. If you win on Sunday, it's a huge prize, so let's just hope we can get it done.
Yeah, and you say that, if the dream does come true, next season, Coventry here, travelling to Coventry, Swindon here, I mean, it's just unbelievable, really. Yeah,
I do love my non-league football. I love going to watch games at a lower level. I love being in this league. It is a good league and some great clubs, great people. But you can't turn down opportunities like that, can you? Every week you'll be desperately looking forward to the Saturday, even more so than you have been in the National League. And we already look ahead to the games in this league with a lot of excitement already. So it's an unbelievable chance, not just for people on and off the pitch, but you know, the players to suddenly have that every week is so much more exciting.
And I think the club have proved this season and previous seasons that the infrastructure is there to be able to cope with these big games, you know, off the pitch.
Yeah, it's amazing. When we first started playing Bristol Rovers and stuff a couple of years ago, you know, things were really well dealt with. Dane, Paula, James, myself, you know, one or two others, don't really want to leave anyone out, but you know, we've got Ryan as well, Ryan Harmer. It's an unbelievable amount of work to get it all done. Now we seem to do those games a lot. We do those games a lot and we have no issues, and we don't worry if there's over 2,000 people, and that's going to be the case in the Football League. So that's a good thing. We're well prepared, the same way the team has got experience, so in those games we've got experience as well. So off the pitch, things are much better. I'm sure there's going to be unbelievable changes. There will be some shocks at times, but the club are doing everything to prepare for that properly. And then fingers crossed, if we get to the Football League, everything will run seamlessly and we'll be all ready to go.
Okay, cheers Rich. Thank you.
Cheers.